Hey guys, Mad Science here, and today I'm joined by a smart-looking Bailey.
Yeah, yes.
It looks like a nerd and cool at the same time.
Yeah.
Which is weird to say.
It's like the beard. I was thinking of getting the shave, but you know I might keep it now.
Probably get like rid of like maybe the mustache.
Maybe I'll just go Lincoln.
Yeah, maybe the mustache and like the soul patch.
Yeah, or just like get rid of everything, keep the soul patch.
No, that does not. That's not a good look for
Shave
you.
it in the way of an arrow.
Pointing where?
I don't know.
To your mouth.
Yeah.
That's a choice.
I don't know.
Anyways, we're getting already off topic. We're not even said what this is. It's anime versus reality. Final episode of Initial D. We're on the final stage.
Yes, until like, are we covering the?
No, we're not covering the movies.
No, I mean like because there's another series, like the kind of remake series.
86.
No, remember how you said there's like.
Yeah, those are the movies.
Those are the movies.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
we're not covering those.
Alright.
Like it's like a live action remake, I think. We don't really do live action.
No, I'm not talking about live action. Isn't there like you have this series and then there was another series that was an animated series of Initial D?
No, I don't think there was.
And you said don't watch that one. Unless I'm getting it confused with Fruits Basket, where it's like we got the original series here and then we got the
yeah, when we did the episode where we discussed like which one's better.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm getting confused with.
Okay.
Yeah.
For someone that looks smart, you're not that bright.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we're gonna get straight into the first episode of the final season.
Yeah.
There's only 4 episodes, so this is the only episode for the final season.
Yeah. Well, here we are, episode 1, all natural.
That's what you don't have.
No, I don't know.
You just smell.
Yeah, I smell like daisies and sunshine.
If only smell-o-vision was a thing, you would know how stinky he is.
Alright, so Hoju is taking a stroll, thinking to himself when he runs into his brother. Rin asks him if he and Kesuke talked after the race. Hoju tells him that they didn't, as he and Kesuke communicated more during the race than words ever would. Because, you know, it's like, you
race with your heart.
Yeah, and you, like, know a person, like, actions speak louder than words, as the saying goes.
Oh, the actions in what's coming up is going to be epic.
Yeah. Hojo says he feels frustrated that he lost, but at the same time he feels good. This is because he never raced like he did with Kesuke. Rin tells Hojo that he did well on his best race and can race like that again if he improves.
Yeah, because that was like the first time ever in ages he was happy.
Yeah, and he pushed himself to his limits.
Yeah.
And I actually skipped the beginning of this because it was the end of the last season.
Yeah.
So that's why I skipped down.
I think you might have misspelled something. Unless you're abbreviating it.
Kesuke and Takumi high five. Like, yeah. It's like, yeah, and Takumi's like, ah. Yeah, so he gets his hand hurt. And Kesuke...
Yeah, because Kesuke's won.
Yeah.
The race.
Like, yeah.
But now everyone's counting on Takumi of winning this race. It's like, enough tension already for him, isn't it?
Yeah.
And yet he's still as cool as a cucumber going into it.
Yeah. And so it's like, everyone's and that North Kanto is the fastest downhill. So that's what they're racing.
So, yeah, this track is like the #1 track for speed.
Yeah.
But it's also like the longest for some reason.
Yeah, because it's the mountain, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's like...
And it's long because it's like... Right?
Yeah, there's a lot of turns and stuff like that. But it's like... Somehow this race lasts across all 4 episodes. Yet probably it's like 10 minutes of race.
Yeah. Well, you know, like if you just like remove everyone else, like, you know...
All the side bits.
And just, focus on the race. How long would that go for? Like 20 minutes?
10, 20 minutes?
We'll have to take a look at that.
Yeah. Actually, someone did a video on YouTube cutting out all the other bits and just having the race.
Oh, okay.
I think it was like 10 to 15 minutes at least.
Yeah. Pretty good. Yeah, because I figured it wouldn't be like half an hour. So,
Well, it has to be. They have to have enough content for 4 episodes.
yeah.
For some reason.
Yeah. They got to
Like-
have those filler episodes.
You could have just cut it down. You could have had half.
At the same time, Shinji is talking to Hoju. Hoju asks him what changed his mind. Shinji responds that Hoju looked like a hero when he was racing and he wants to look like that too. Hoju tells Shinji it's meaningless to try and win as Project D's victory is almost complete. So Shinji should just do as he likes and enjoy the race. Like he wants to impress what's her name?
Sato.
Sato.
Yeah. But this is like, the sort of like how this season's a bit different from all the other seasons. Because like, all the other seasons were Takumi focused. Well, Takumi and Kesuke focused. But this season felt like Shinji was the main character and Takumi was the opponent.
Yeah. Like they'd shift perspectives.
Yeah,
Perspectives.
that is exactly it. Yeah.
Before the race, were you about to?
No, you go.
Alright.
I'll pitch in with that sort of thing as we go.
Alright. Before the race starts, Hoju and Kobu are talking. Kobu says, while Shinji has incredible speed, Takumi has battle experience, which puts Shinji at a disadvantage. Some people in the crowd are surprised at how young Shinji is, and he might even be younger than Takumi.
Yeah, a lot of it is like Shinji's actually supposed to be like Takumi in many ways.
Yeah.
It's like his mum got him into this
Yeah.
thing, even though he didn't want to in the first place.
Because Takumi's 18.
Yeah,
And
Takumi's story started when he was 16, I think.
Yeah, and he's 18 now.
But he was driving when he was 13, I think.
It started when he was doing those deliveries.
Yeah, like, so he would have been like 13 doing that.
Yeah.
Which is definitely underage.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Shinji, as we later found out, he started in like grade 5 or 6, which is like,
Yeah.
how old would that be? Like 11 or 12?
Grades like year 5. Well, when I was in year 7, I was like 12 going 13.
So, yeah, 10 or 11 then.
Yeah.
Hey, the real question is, how did he reach the pedals?
Yeah, and he's probably got those little blocks over his feet.
Yeah.
Or he's wearing lifts.
Pair of boots.
Yeah. Takumi, where is it? Before the race, he and Takumi shake hands, wishing each other luck.
Except it's gonna be much more than luck that happens in this race.
Yeah. Takumi starts behind Shinji. I think I messed up. Like
Shinji.
Yeah, Shinki.
Shinky.
Yeah.
Oh, Shinkies.
Shinkies, run away! Okay, so Takumi starts behind Shinji during the race. Itsuki is because he was because it's whoever won the race starts behind.
No. It was Shinji's choice of if he wanted to go first or second, because that's what always happens in the first race.
Because
whenever the
Risuke-
race ends and no one's ahead.
yeah, Risuke was the one in front with Rin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So yeah,
confident.
like the two cars that they're driving are very different from each other. So Takumi's is a 3-door hatchback, which I don't know how that really works. It's like you got the 1, 2, and then the boot.
Yeah, I think that's what it means.
And but
Shinji's.
Shinji,
I don't get why I'm putting K's.
especially when you don't do it later.
Yeah, it's like J then K.
But yeah, Shinji's car is a 2-door sedan.
Yeah.
I guess it just doesn't have a boot then.
Yeah, I think it is. So Takumi's car is preferred in circuit races for its aerodynamics, while Shinji's car is preferred in rally races for its stiffer body.
Yeah, so basically when Takumi's following Shinji and he does a turn, he does it easily.
Yeah.
And Takumi's like, excuse me, what?
Yeah, however, he does the turn because he doesn't use his brakes there.
Yeah.
Because he uses the car's momentum.
Yeah, and weight.
Yeah, and when he turns, he's like, what?
It's like zero brakes turning.
Yeah, and it's funny what you were saying, how Takumi is like a side character here.
Yeah.
I noticed a lot of his expressions are
like the opponent's his face.
Yeah. Like, huh?
But that's what they're trying to do. It's like almost like a passing of the torch.
Yeah.
Except for what happens at the end, it doesn't end up being that.
Yeah. Well, you know, not necessarily. At least not how I interpreted it. But we'll get to that later.
No, he like at the end what happens.
Yeah, I know what happens at the end, but I got a different interpretation.
But yeah, we get a quick shot of Bunter, and the keychain falls out of his pocket.
Oh
and,
no!
And we see that it broke, and it's the 8-6.
Yeah, you don't do that. That's like putting down the flag on the floor. You just don't do it. It has to stay up.
So he's just tossed it in the bin. And it's like, oh, that's not good. And tosses it in the bin. It just keeps going as bad as day.
Yeah, and that's actually, I want to come back to that as well.
Well, yeah, because of what happens at the end.
Yeah, and what I think it means. So we get a quick scene of then we see
Mako.
Mako, yeah.
Mako.
Is it
Mako?
or is it Mako, like in Mass Effect, the Mako?
I think it's Mako.
Mako, okay. So Mako's at the golf club practicing with her father, and he's like, and she's kind of like being sluggish, and it's like, you alright? She's like, yeah.
Yeah, she's not up for it though.
Yeah.
She's like, can we do this tomorrow?
Yeah. And then we get another cut to how Shinji became a good driver on the particular track, which is due to a flashback. So a decade earlier, so 10 years earlier, so that would make him... Oh, I should have gotten down the age, damn it.
No, so...
He would have been like 5 or something.
Yeah, he would have been a little kid. He would have been like...
Yeah, he was the kid.
Year 1 of school.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not year 1. He would be like preschool.
Isn't preschool before year 1?
Yeah. Yeah, whatever is before, like, prep.
Yeah. Alright, so, Shinji's mother was working at a hot spring in Hakone?
Hakone.
Yeah, Hakone, which could only be accessed through the mountains, so she would take Shinji with her. And I imagine it's got like one of those places where, you know, at some workplaces they have like a little daycare thing for the small child, maybe like while the parent works.
It's like not much like the one in Fruits Basket though.
Yeah, no.
No, that one's much more of a private one, so they wouldn't have it for little kids.
Yeah. Oh, can you imagine what's her name? Looking after the kids. The
mother.
Yeah.
Like
yes, it's like, oh, you want free candy? Well, you got to get this box for me. From what's her name? Remember how she wants to get that box? And it's like,
no.
Oh, what's her name? Cause
I still have the notes from Fruits Basket on this this document.
I was saying like, because the mother's the crazy one, and she wants to get the box that her daughter has.
Oh,
the one of the Zodiacs, the powerful one.
Akito's mum.
Yeah, remember she wants that box?
Yeah,
it's like, the kids, you want some candy? This box has all the candy. Bring it to me and I'll share it. I bet just Akito would just beat those kids.
But it's just empty in the end anyway.
Yeah.
Other than that.
No, it's not.
Spoilers for Fruits Basket.
No, it's like God of War 3. When Pandora's box, there's nothing in there. No, there's hope. Hope is in the box.
Or Kung Fu Panda.
Oh yeah, there is no secret ingredient. Alright, so Shinji's mom drove up and down the mountain pass with Shinji every day.
And he was like, just look out the window as going up and down.
Yeah, and it caused him to memorize the road to a T.
It's like, teach them young, I guess, is the lesson here.
Yeah, because like, I mean, young children, their brains like sponges.
And,
you know, you put a sponge in the water. Soaks up.
Much like with Promised Neverland. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
It's like Ray from Promised Neverland, how he basically never forgot anything.
Yeah.
Because he didn't suffer infantile... What was it called? It was like infantile memory loss or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't suffer from that.
Yeah.
I forget the actual term.
Yeah, but I know what you mean. Yeah, so he was also driving something. I don't know what the car was, but he was driving between 5th and 6th grade.
Yeah, he was driving his mum's car.
Yeah.
I don't think his car that he has in the race is the car that he practiced in or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was.
Yeah. So Takumi can't understand why he can't get ahead of Shinji. They both have the same car, so it shouldn't matter.
No, it was the same car because if we find out later that he's able to drive his mum home without waking her up.
Yeah.
So it has to be her car.
Yeah.
In the first place.
So like the reason is the corners. Shinji isn't when Shinji's going around the corners, he's not using the brakes. He's using the speed, and he's turning at the right moment, and the car's momentum when he turns.
In racing games, I sort of do that a little bit.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like a downhill. Like if you know the perfect timing, you can just fly down.
It's
there.
kind of like the Speed Racer live action movie.
Yeah.
Where he's going around the corners.
Yeah.
You see, it's kind of like that where he's not putting on the brakes.
Okay.
For a reference. What was it? His body remembers the highest speeds because he was every day. Shinji was with his mum.
Again, like what Takumi did.
Yeah, he memorized the course. So Takumi is at a disadvantage because he's drifting around the corners and Shinji's turning. So
yeah, Shinji's just like, I just get a turn.
Yeah, so
Takumi's like,
yeah, and that's causing him to
lose speed.
Yeah. And so that's the end of episode 1. Then we get to episode 2.
The strongest enemy. Which is what Shinji is.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. So Ikutani, Itsuki, and Kenji are waiting to see Takumi and Shinji race past them, wondering who's going to pass first.
I always remember like the last time they went and saw one of his races, he went flying past them in the dark, like without his headlights on, and they absolutely got scared by him.
Yeah, I think that was this one, was it?
No, I think it was like a season. It was an early.
Oh no!
When he early developed his blind driving.
Yeah, because that's what he does here later. But
he uses every trick in the book that he has.
Yeah.
To try and win, which is important. He needs to.
Yeah. Itsuki is confident Takumi will be in the lead, but Ikutani isn't so sure. He explains the differences between Takumi and Shinji's cars, and this gives Itsuki goosebumps.
Like, they're not waiting along the tracks. I think they're, like, at a building.
Yeah, and they're at a corner.
No, it's not really a corner.
Yeah, the place they're watching is a corner because...
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I've written it down because they lose their shit with what happens. They're like,
At the end?
No, at the corner. When Takumi and Shinji go around this corner, they lose their shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's two other guys that are also waiting to see who's ahead, and as clearly as Shinji is still the one ahead because like it's hard to pass the person in front.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
Yeah. And the one with the headband tells the other guy that Takumi's 86 is faster on straight roads.
So I think he was a previous racer.
Yeah.
Like that faced off against Takumi.
I was trying to find out the guy's name. I think I got it written down, but I could only find one of the names.
I think they actually say who they are.
Yeah, they do, but I could only find one of the names. Couldn't find the other one.
Maybe they were a new character.
Maybe.
It's not a weird thing to add new characters towards the end of a show.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's so because Takumi's car is faster on straight roads, he's at a disadvantage because at corners he has to slow down.
Yeah.
As mentioned before. So we see Ryusuke monologuing to himself about Takumi and Keisuke. We learn the true meaning behind Initial D's creation, or Project D, sorry. But I had to put Initial D.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because initially, it was an idea.
Well, it was an idea for a project.
Yes. And so, Project D's creation was because of Keisuke and Takumi. We then cut back to the headband guy explaining why Shinji's car is the worst opponent for Takumi. Yeah, his friend's name is Seiji.
I think that might be like an early show opponent. Like maybe season 2, most likely.
Yeah.
It's also interesting how like season 1 and 2 were more like Takumi being the best on his home road. Like especially season 1, like season 2 was sort of still that, but then it started to expand out to other places.
Yeah, so it's like being completely new in a foreign country. You have to learn the lay of the land. So
and yet Takumi can learn it with just by following a person.
Yeah. I guess we're.
So yeah, when Takumi turns a corner, he's drifting to make the turn, as Bailey explained earlier.
Yeah.
But like Shinji's style is different and also dangerous because he's just turning the corner again.
Yeah, he turns using the accelerator.
They really reiterate that through these episodes.
Because you see him using his brakes as well later, which I think he starts using his brakes when he's getting serious. Maybe, or I don't know, but I just noticed how they said how it's explained he's using the accelerator to go around the corners in the car's momentum, but then we see him start using brakes, and so that's why I get a bit confused.
No, it's probably because he's like trying to prevent Takumi from passing or something.
Maybe.
But yeah, so yeah, Takumi's having problems because like whenever the two go around the corner, Shinji's pulling away. He's like, he's going like Takumi's back here, and he's going like to the next corner already. Like literally towards the end. I think the end of this episode, he just disappears.
Yeah, we see him decide.
Yeah. And this is where we learn exactly how, like, Shinji is able to do so well.
Yeah.
His mum explains that because Shinji spent so much time studying the road as a kid, later on we find out it was because he was in the passenger seat.
Yeah, and he was just watching the road.
Yeah.
And he watched it like every day, and sometimes it'd rain. Sometimes it'd be like light drizzle, and
he could tell the subtle changes of like cracks of the road, the flow of water, the breeze.
he was like becoming one with Mother Earth.
Yeah, he could tell when the Earth farts.
Yeah, he could hear the whispers of the wind.
He even knows the corners of the road from both sides.
Yeah, so that's like going up and then going down.
Yeah.
So Takumi is starting to lose his nerve.
Yeah, he's turning into the people he's faced.
Yeah. Even if he's able to catch up to Shinji on the longer straights, the last section is nothing but curves. He doesn't know what to do. Shinji and Takumi pass a few people, and one of them asks his friend, Daki?
Yeah, I think... Was that the red car guy from the duct tape deathmatch?
I have no idea. So he says Takumi's braking is superior, but he's at a disadvantage as Shinji's driving is as smooth as a cucumber.
I know Daihi is a previous opponent of Takumi. Yeah. Like, a lot of these people are either opponents of Takumi or Keisuke.
Yeah, so when Takumi is trying to figure out how he can pass Shinji turns off his blinkers and lets Takumi
No, he
pass.
Turns on the blinkers.
Turns on the blinkers, sorry.
He does, like, the hazard lights.
Yeah, and he lets him pass, and you see, like, Takumi's just like, what? It's like, why are you doing this? Like, you clearly had the lead, why are you letting me pass?
Because we find out, like, Shinji's like, I wanted to see his wings.
Yeah. And plus, the bonus is if he can pass Takumi again...
Takumi will just be absolutely embarrassed.
Yeah.
In front of everyone that's cheering him on.
Yeah. And so, that's those people watching, they radio it. There are some people watching, they radio it in. This causes a lot of people to like... To be like,
wait, what? Yeah. Why did he do that?
And even Itsuki, who was like, who should be happy Takami's in the lead, he's like, what? So what, he just let him pass? I don't get it.
Yeah. But we get a good explanation in the next episode number 3.
Dangerous.
'Cause, like,
scent.
Kubo is actually, he's just freaking out. He's like, why did Shinji just let him pass?
Yeah, and then Hojo explains that Shinji is looking to win and is confident he can pass Takami if he's falling behind.
If Takami loses after getting the lead.
Yeah, he's kind of got that.
You got that again, yeah. Like, one of the spectators says he's confident Takumi can win, even if Shinji let him pass. But Kesuke and Risuke don't believe they can. It's like, because, like, letting someone pass is the ultimate embarrassment.
That's like giving them the bird.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I can totally pass you.
Yeah, if I'm gonna let you pass me, you know I can beat you.
Yeah, I just imagine like you just like if you do that to someone, then you race again. You're so skilled, you just give them the moon on the windscreen. Yeah, I just passed you again.
Take a look at my cheeks.
That'd be so funny.
But considering they're on the left side, it would have to be this way.
Yeah.
It's like, but there's no way you would be able to get the pants down while with the middle of a race.
Yeah, I know.
You just gotta wear you gotta wear the pantless ones, or like the Velcro
ones
the Velcro, yeah, Velcro pants. Like a baboon.
So Takumi knows that if he wants a chance of winning, he has to extend his leading position in the curve section. He needs to preserve his tires up to that point because they're starting to wear.
Yeah.
So we cut to Hoju, who was telling Kubo and Shinji's mother that Shinji's extraordinary speed and naturally obtained rhythm.
Well, he's got like an internal clock.
Yeah, could make any opponent lose their rhythm, but this doesn't make him invincible. Usually the one who's behind is the most pressured. Yeah, and then we find out why Shinji let Takumi pass him to impress Sato.
But also the wings. Also the wings.
Yeah, well, I was like he prefers chicken wings to chicken thighs. You know what I mean?
By the way, with Sato, I have to be honest. I made a mistake during the previous episode.
Yeah.
Sato is a character. She was with Sayuki.
Yeah.
When the two of them raced.
Yeah.
Takumi in season 2 on the pass that was like up down.
Yeah.
And they did that like multiple times back and forth until Takumi won.
Yeah.
I apologize for that mistake.
Yeah. Okay, so
so we're both idiots here.
Yeah. So Sato, Sayuki, and a few spectators are watching from one of the curves, and when Takumi and Shinji reach that curve, Shinji uses it to bump Takumi's car. So like they're turning, and he's like just bumping it, and he gains the lead.
Yeah, like not many people do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
In the race, they do it. They pass without touching the other opponent.
Yeah, but he did that specifically
to get ahead.
Because Sato, he did that at that moment.
Yeah.
To get ahead.
And
because
also,
he hadn't seen the wings yet.
Also, we find out why he bumped him so casually.
Yeah. Tag, you're it.
But yeah, like
fun.
Ikutani and Itsuki are freaking out that because Takumi's just lost his lead again.
It's like, ah!
Well, not again. No. Like Shinji gained the lead again.
Yeah.
Like Takumi isn't happy Shinji playing like that, and he's starting to get a bit more serious. He's actually like, okay, you mess with my car now. Now you're gonna get the horns.
Yeah. No. You're gonna get
You're gonna get the wheels.
No, not the wheels. What's it?
The lights.
No. The hood ornament. Yeah, you mess with my car, you get the hood ornament. Just ram it right up there.
Ram it up the tailpipe.
Yeah, just get the hydraulics.
You just.
You just imagine if you get the hydraulics in the car, you race up to someone.
No, it's just like you do it from behind and you get up onto their car.
Oh, yeah.
So basically, no matter what, they can't shake you off.
No, what you should do is like in Speed Racer when they got the spear hook. They put it under, yeah, what are you gonna do now?
I'm coming with you.
Yeah, you're coming with me. It's like, dead or alive, we're in this together.
But yeah, so Sato and Sayuki talk about their race with Takumi at Usui. Is that spelled right?
I think it is.
You sure?
USUI, yeah, that's what they said.
No, I meant the second word. Because that's Rouge.
Rouge. Where? Sorry?
Like Touge.
Ah.
Are you sure that's spelled right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that. Because I remember thinking, no, it's not tongue, it's Touge.
That's interesting.
Pretty sure that's it. We can check it later.
Yeah. Like, Shinji, Sato and Sayuki knew Usui, but Takumi was able to beat them regardless. Sato thinks there is a chance Takumi can do the same here. Although, it's going to be a really slim chance.
Yeah. So Takumi sees that Shinji is running his 86 to right and realizes there's no reason he can't use the speeds Shinji is using. When they come to a corner, Takumi manages to make the turn while keeping up with Shinji. This shocked Shinji as this was the hardest part of the course.
Like, you don't want to mess with Takumi because his strongest ability is basically to absorb your ability.
Yeah, that's like
Like, that's how he learnt, like, the trick of, like, turning the lights off as well.
It's like that Batman villain who is able to...
Taskmaster.
That's it, Taskmaster. Is that the Batman villain?
Yeah.
No, I think it's a Marvel... I think Taskmaster's a Marvel villain, because he was peaceful. But Taskmaster basically is...
Yeah, he was in Black Widow.
Yeah.
As well.
Oh, that wasn't a good movie. No, Taskmaster's way better, because he's able to analyze your fighting patterns.
Yeah. And also, he's like a main villain of Teen Titans.
Yeah.
As well. So he's sort of both, actually. Oh no, that's Deathstroke.
No, it's Slade. Oh, do you mean the live action or the TV series?
Slade is the Teen Titans villain.
Yeah.
But there's also Deathstroke.
Yeah.
Who's also similar to Slade.
Yeah.
Aren't they the same character though, technically
No.
speaking?
Actually, I think it was Deadpool was modelled off of Slade. Or the other way around.
Okay.
God,
remember that Death Battle video with Deadpool and Taskmaster?
No, I never saw that one.
Oh no, it was Deathstroke, because Deathstroke can also learn a person's ability as well.
No, I never saw that.
Huh, go back up.
Yeah, we were past it, didn't we?
Oh yeah. So yeah, Kuba and Shinji's mother are starting to get worried that Takumi is keeping up with Shinji, but Hojo is happy, as most shows would try to keep up with Shinji's corner turn, crash into the guardrail. Shinji will have to start getting serious if he wants to win. We're actually getting, like, this last episode is going to be the most serious episode we've ever covered in anime.
Yeah.
Like, the last 10 minutes of this is probably the
shocked
most
me.
tense part of any anime.
Yeah, so that's the end of episode 3, and we get to episode 4.
The final episode.
Yeah.
To be honest, I thought this podcast would go a bit longer.
Yeah, I know, that's why I shortened the notes.
Yeah.
You happy, Pappy?
Yeah.
Alright. So...
Like, you should, like, the way you shorten it is, like, you take out, like, just a lot of the side stuff, don't you?
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind you leaving in some side stuff.
I'm just saying, like, because you always say just the notes were too long, so...
Well, that's because you always do
stuff.
jokes.
Yeah, I know.
Most, like, at least 30% of your stuff is jokes.
Yeah, without the humour, look where we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like half an hour gone. Right, so,
Which I'm so glad for.
Yeah, okay.
Like, you can keep some humour. I'll let you keep some humour, just, like, not too much that extends the video by, like, 10 minutes.
Alright, so episode 4. It opens with a flashback of Shinji and his mother. Shinji is telling his mother how Hoju complimented him on his racing skills and that no one could keep up with him. He asks his mother if he can brag about his skill, but she tells him not to get overconfident, as there are many racers who are faster than him. He says he's not interested in being number one, but he had a blast racing and how no one could keep up with him. So you can see he kind of has that hubris.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess you could argue...
Sort of the same as Takumi at the beginning.
Yeah, well, I guess you could say his hubris is warranted.
Well, he is like one of the fastest for his age.
Yeah.
Like Takumi is.
Yeah, so sometimes hubris can be warranted, but it can also be a downfall.
Yeah.
So Takumi, and then we go, as the race goes...
Oh yeah, so Takumi manages to get a pass on Shinji.
Yeah, so he turns off his headlights, and because he turns them on just as he's about to pass Shinji, but Shinji's biggest advantage is the racing light
that he has.
So when Takumi turns off the lights, it like temporarily blinds him.
Well, it's like whenever you have someone driving behind you.
Yeah, so like imagine...
And it's like they got the high beams on and you're just like, dude, turn your high beams down. I'm right in front of you.
Or it's like when you... Or it could be like when you're driving and then suddenly like when you...
Or like car comes towards you.
Yeah.
And with the high beams on. High beams just ruin everything, really.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, basically Takumi temporarily blinds his focus with the headlights so he can get in front.
Yeah.
And so he manages to get ahead and like Shinji sees Takumi's wins once again. And Shinji's like finally got to see them again. Before he wins the race.
One of the 7 wonders of the world.
One of the 8 wonders, isn't it?
One of the 8 wonders. So Kobu, Shinji's mom, and Hoju learn that Takumi has passed Shinji. This pleases Hoju, as Takumi is unlike any opponent Shinji has raced before, and this may unlock a strong passion for driving he has lying dormant
Hoju
inside.
had a sudden change of character since losing the Keisuke.
Yeah.
Which is actually very warranted, because he was happy with his race.
Yeah.
Even though he lost.
Yeah, it was the best race of his life.
Yeah, and now that he's lost and he's happy that he's lost, it's like at the beginning, he was like, just do whatever, man.
Just be you.
Just be you. Have fun. And this is Shinji's way of having fun. Yeah. But he's also like, oh, this could also be a chance for him to get better.
Yeah. So Risuke explains to the others that all racers, when turning a corner, decelerate at the start of it, then accelerate at the end of it, but Shinji doesn't do this. This means his tires act in the lateral direction. This in theory allows him to obtain optimal speed, so his advantage in racing is not his speed, but his tires, and that's like where I get confused. Is he using brakes or like...
So... No, he's not using brakes, so his tires aren't getting as worn out as quickly. That's what the advantage is. So basically, towards the end of the race, he can use his brakes a bit more and not slide out.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
See? I was able to explain what you couldn't understand.
Yeah, I was so. Yeah, so in another flashback, Risuke and Matsumoto explain to Takumi that they've changed his engine output characteristics. What they've done is increase the mid-range torque and torque,
Yeah.
That's it, to give it more consistent power delivery than before. So the car has its durability and combat potential increased, but it doesn't produce a lot of power at the highest range of engine rev.
So basically, he can go that little bit faster if Takumi's like keeping his foot all the way down.
Yeah, it's kind of like to say both of their cars are snails racing, and then when Takumi puts on the speed, he gets the speed of the
It's like the movie Turbo.
Yeah, but no, I mean like because the turtles are faster than snails.
Yeah.
So Takumi, if he puts on the accelerator, he goes from a snail to a turtle.
Yeah.
In that speed.
But it's not wise for him to do so because it'll put strain on his engine.
Yeah.
It's literally a last resort push.
Yeah, you know when you like drive a car really fast and it's just you can feel kind of like shaking. That's kind of like what the engine would do if he.
Yeah.
It's almost like kind of like a washing machine. Just.
Anyways, let's get back to the race, and we got Shinji taking an opening, and going at Takumi again and manages to like just bump
Yeah.
and get past him.
Yeah, and this shocks the Three Stooges. Ikutani, Kenji, and Itsuki.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Shinji's now back in the lead, and the race is coming towards an end.
And Taki has no choice but to push it to the limit.
Push it!
Yeah.
Push it real good!
Yes. So Takumi, he does this, and he's getting ahead of Shinji, and they're just at like the last corner.
No. So what he does is he does the headlight thing again,
and
turns it off, and gets right beside him.
Yeah, and after they get to the last corner, Takumi starts pushing on the accelerator.
You're really underselling this moment, I will say, because what happens is they both are like side by side. It's like
then
they're going through the turns.
Yeah.
But like each time, each one of them is like bumping the guardrail. You forgot that detail.
Yeah.
Like Shinji bumps the guardrail, then Takumi bumps the guardrail, then Shinji bumps the guardrail.
Yeah.
And they keep doing that, and the final corner, Takumi's like, okay, I need to turn my lights on.
Yeah.
And his car is...
And you see the car, when he's looking at it, it's like the needle's past 12 and it's hit 13.
It's at its max.
Yeah.
So, literally, his engine blows, like, it blows. It doesn't blow up, it just
bangs,
goes boom.
Dead. It goes dead, and this causes Takumi's car to do a 180 spin.
Technically, his car still runs.
Yeah, it still runs because even though the engine's blown, it's like if you put your foot on the accelerator then let go, the car's still going, even though you're not using it. So when he turns 180, Shinji's like, oh shit. And then
so like Shinji's forced to do the same.
I really thought they were gonna crash.
But like, no, Takumi is like, because if you remember, he had more grip in the front tires.
Yeah.
So he's put it in reverse, and he's just gone, see ya.
Yeah.
He pulled a Fast and Furious 8.
Yeah.
Or there's actually a video on YouTube that I've watched by Channel Scrapman, and he was like doing a race thing with his friends, and at one of his friends at the start of the race, it's like the car goes fast and backwards, by the way, and at the very end he like gets turned around but backs it up into the finish line.
You see the new trailer for Fast 10?
No.
Your seatbelts. They should call it that. That's what I'm gonna call it. It's better than X. I mean, honestly, like, that's what Takumi needs to do. He needs to race and somehow go to space.
But yeah, so like Takumi basically won the race by backing into the finish line.
Yeah. And
Shinji's just there, just like, wait, what?
I lost.
How did I lose? Because as we find out later, he literally is saying, he's like the engine gave up, but it's like the car did that on purpose to give him one last chance.
Yeah. And so the Three Stooges show up and congratulate Takumi on winning. Itsuki hugs him, just like Shinji gets hugged from his mum, and she's like, "Oh, thank God you're alright."
Yeah.
Hojo was happy that Shinji lost, as it will help him grow faster and stronger later down the road.
So, but yeah, basically, at the very end, it's like the legend of Takumi, Takumi's 8-6 will live on forever as undefeated.
Yeah. At ESSA, we learned that Takumi's car is retiring for good. I think it was from Takumi's boss. He was mentioning
his old boss.
Old boss, yeah, because
he used to work at the gas station.
There was the Three Stooges, Bunter, and then it was the other guy mentioning it.
Well, Bunter was just his dad.
Yeah. So he says, like, I want to put the car to rest in a respectful way, but Takumi wants to keep it.
He's just like, keep it in the garage.
Out of sentimentality.
Like, yeah, he would want to keep it because he won so many races with that car.
Yeah.
Like, yes, he did destroy the engine, but that helped him win the race.
Yeah. And so Takumi starts his new adventure, learning to golf with his girlfriend, Mako, who tells him he's getting better and better with each day.
He also does, as we find out later, he does do racing. Yeah. Circuit racing.
Oh, can you imagine if that's it? Like, we got like continuation of the series now, like Dragon Ball Z has Super.
Yeah.
Like we get this Takumi golfing, and it's like all intense like racing. You're like, oh, what?
Intense golf.
Yeah.
It's like Takumi's just like becomes the pro at everything he does, and basically the whole point of it is like, oh, no one can beat Takumi because he's just so skilled at everything.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, technically Shinji won too. Even though he came second, he was the first loser.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the first loser in the line of losers to Takumi's car.
Yeah, but I mean in the race.
Yeah, I know. I know. I just wanted.
So at least he won something. Okay. So Risuke, it's like I don't know. I don't think it was at the beach. It was like kind of a lake.
Yeah, they're like at a lake. I think they had the Lake Akina, maybe.
Yeah. So Risuke is sitting at the table with some friends. We learn that several professional teams are interested in Takumi and Keisuke. Then we see Keisuke declares he'll become a pro. His friend agrees with him and he's like about to have a beer, and Keisuke's like, "The hell are you doing?"
Yeah.
No, you're the designated driver, so you get this. You get this chocolate sundae.
No, I don't think it was a chocolate sundae.
It was some.
It was just like another drink that's not got alcohol.
But it had ice cream and chocolate, so that's the closest I'm guessing. That's why I said I want to say chocolate sundae.
Okay.
I can't be sure it is.
So yeah, Risuke visits Kuro's grave, and we learn what his dream is.
And that's when she asked.
Well, like earlier in the season, you didn't really write it down here, but we find out what initial D, Project D, what the D stands for in Project D, and it was dream, which is what he said in season 5.
Yeah.
As well. So we sort of already knew from season 5 that dream is what the D stood for.
Yeah. So like what was I
Wait, Kuro's grave.
Kuro's. Well, so his dream is to train Gunma drivers who can compete around the world.
Like he did with Takumi and Keisuke.
Yeah. Then the episode ends with Takumi getting ready for work in his new car. According to an article on Jalopnik, Takumi does in fact get a new car in the form of a Honda S2000.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I thought he would have tried to stick with an 86.
Yeah, because that's what the thing what I was saying.
Well, I guess the Honda would be the closest thing to his car.
Yeah.
But wouldn't he want to go for like a WRX, like his dad's car?
I don't know. Because I think because that's actually what I wanted to bring up. When he said like the car was retired, I think like he's retired as well, you know?
Yeah.
From racing.
But no, he's not.
Yeah, but like.
Oh, mostly mountain racing he would retire from.
Yeah, but I think like from Initial D he's retired.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he still has his job, that's made clear.
Like the job of racing.
No, the job of when his dad has him deliver.
The delivery. No.
Yeah. Because when
he was at the racetrack though.
No, because at the end you see Takumi walks out and his dad's there. He's got like his eyes, shut. And you see Takumi just yawning. It's like because that's his job where he races up and does the deliveries early in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
No, but he also has that delivery.
Yeah, he's doing that. That's the delivery job because he starts early in the morning.
No, the other like the truck.
Oh yeah, that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he does this first. Like
and that's how morning.
Yeah, and that's how he practices. So for me, it was when the car.
So basically, he's getting a new car to practice in.
Yes, because
it's like restart.
So he's retired from the races until he knows how to use this car.
I don't think I don't think he would return though.
Yeah, because
he's done with racing.
Yeah, he's retired, but
he's literally a legend that disappeared.
Yeah, and so he's like, now I'm getting confused with what I'm saying. No, what I'm trying to say is, he will still be racing up like the mountain, up and down. He'll be doing that, but he's like not going to be circuit racing or anything like that.
Yeah.
He's done, except for his job. So it's kind of like
his morning job.
Yeah, it's kind of like with the movie Baby Driver, where he briefly becomes a pit pizza delivery guy.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, oh, that was quick.
Yeah.
So it's like he delivers it in like 5 minutes or something. So it'd be like something like that. You're still going to be racing fast for deliveries, but not professionally.
I'm still surprised that he chose a Honda S2000.
I think his dad might have gotten it for him.
Yeah. I'm guessing it's like, he probably wants to go back to racing at some point.
Yeah.
Let's give him a different type of car completely for him to practice on.
Nah, golfing, and we can. What they should do is, instead of cars, there's different types of golf clubs. That's like, this is like the type, it will give you strength for this, but it's like maybe Takami's versing the guy. The club has more strength, but Takami's club has better wind direction. So when he's golfing, the ball can kind of turn. It's like, oh!
I feel like there's actually a golf anime out there somewhere where it's actually like intense golf.
Yeah.
And just imagine Takami being part of that.
Yeah.
Like, there's intense cycling out there.
Yeah.
Intense volleyball.
Yeah, what about golf?
What?
Frisbee golf.
No, I don't think there's.
You never heard of? Yeah, Ultimate Frisbee.
I don't think there's an anime though.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Ultimate Frisbee. That's like
football,
but
a lot of
Frisbee.
For every sport, there's at least one anime.
Yeah.
Like you got basketball, tennis.
Oh, the dodgeball.
Dodgeball, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there is an anime.
Yeah,
Dodgeball.
I remember seeing that, and he throws the dodgeball at the face and like breaks it. And then one guy gets hit in the gut and he like vomits.
There's one for butt battles.
What?
In Keijo, where it's literally two females battle each other using their butts.
Okay, I don't get how that works.
It's a sport.
God.
There's like the infamous like sort of clip of like the lady's like the teacher's writing something on the board with chalk, and one of the students is like the main character's like,
and she like hits the chalk
with her butt, yeah.
Like, hits the oh god.
I've seen memes of that.
Yeah, I remember that meme.
That is a good meme.
Yeah, like I saw the meme where like the student hits the other student and the other's like, so my ass is destroyed. And the other student's like,
I've actually seen that.
Yeah, I think I sent that to you.
I've seen that.
God, we go from cars to butts.
Our next episode is going to be on the Fruits Basket movie.
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna watch that.
A friend will be returning.
Yay.
For that.
Let's go, Pikachu.
Pika? Pika, Pika.
Yeah, have you seen that thing? It's like, Pikachu, use Thunderbolt. Oh no, Venusaur, counterattack with whatever you feel like. Wait, what? It's like, oh no, use Thunderbolt. It's like, oh, like, I know what your attacks are. Just say Solar Beam. It's like, fine, Solar Beam. It's like, you must wait a turn. Pikachu! Attack.
I just remember, when Ash does his first league tournament, and what the bell flower one, it's like, it looks like a head on like just like a flower stem.
Yeah.
And it's like dodging all the attacks.
Yeah.
So Ash pulls out a muck
Yeah.
to just swamp it.
Yeah. You know they eat Pokemon, right?
Yeah,
That's
an actual thing.
yeah. That's like, what?
I love how in the space of like a few minutes we've gone from cards to butts to Pokemon.
Yeah.
Anyways, links will be in the description to both of my channels and also both of Bailey's channels.
Yeah, I gotta get back on there.
Really?
I've been busy.
You haven't been doing videos recently?
Nah, I've been busy with Blender.
Ah. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know next video comes out. A ding, a ding, ding, a ding.
Dong, dong, ding dong, which is there. Actually,
Don't.
That's out there. The Wizard of Oz is great.
No, we're not doing that sort of music here.
We need to get the sequel where she's in the asylum.
Wait, what the?
Yeah, Wizard of Oz. Dorothy ends up in the insane asylum. Because the family is like, no, we don't believe you went to Oz. You go on to Azkaban.
I'm the Mad Scientist. Mad Scientist out. I do not know what the hell he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm kidding. There's a sequel. It's not the movie, but it's a book.
Yeah, you keep saying